If humanity only knew the power of the 3s, 6s, and 9s, it would be a completely different universe. This is the power of the 3s, 6s, and 9s. And it wasn't just Tesla. Pythagoras, Vitruvius, Aristotle, Plato, all talked about the 3s, 6s, 9s, and 8s. Now, what I'm about to tell you, I'm now writing up. It hasn't been released yet. You're the first audience in the world to hear about it. You are a digital, that's mathematical, a digital bioholographic precipitation. Because the kingdom of heaven in the religious world, in the theological realm, is the musical mathematical matrix that's right here, right now. It's precipitating, crystallizing, miraculously manifesting you right here, right now. It's running through you, you're in it. Without it, you'd be not even aware of anything. You'd not be here, we would not see you. Now, what's a matrix? Webster's defined matrix as something within or something from which something else originates. It's not just a Hollywood film. A rectangular array of numbers, algebraic symbols, or mathematical functions. Matrices play intimate roles in every aspect of life. The word is found several times in the Bible, in Exodus and in Numbers. Everything that openeth the matrix. You never heard these terms. Why did Da Vinci write backwards? The same reason that the global industrialists, back in the 1400s when Da Vinci was starting to do his work, decided that they were going to change the New World language. To create a New World order, you've got to have a New World language. Let's call it English. And so I'm going to be sharing with you the real Da Vinci Code. The real Da Vinci Code deals with the musical mathematical matrix of the universe. You're looking at a Da Vinci drawing that you will not find in the complete works of Leonardo da Vinci. This is a picture that Leonardo da Vinci drew that's been suppressed because it speaks to the truth of what's taking place in the world, and you'll realize that it's not changed since the time of Da Vinci, late 1400s. Reality is that Da Vinci drew exactly what's taking place on the planet. You have a division between the religious world and the political world. You've got a manipulation of the population that is currently engaging the gross deception, this thing that we call physical reality. And in essence, you have the pagan bull, a symbol of Baal, the symbol for fertility god, which currently represents the symbol of the Roman Catholic Church. And that image is seen carrying the tree of life across the stormy oceans, controlled by the royalty of Europe, who stand in the crested eagle all over the planet. One of the beautiful things that we've discovered in decrypting the real Da Vinci Code is that there is a musical note, a tone frequency called A440 Hertz tuning. That is the standard tuning. When you turn your radio on, you listen to any music from rap to rock and roll to classical. You're listening to it played in A440 Hertz. Well, where that source is from is back in 1918, the Rockefeller family and the Rockefeller Foundation funding the arts paid for the American Federation of Musicians to institute A440 tuning. It was not very successful. The world's leading musicians screamed, say, how can you do that? We have Baroque music, we have all these wonderful music played in different tunings. Well, they didn't have a good time of it, so they gave it over to a publicist, a propaganda minister by the name of Joseph Goebbels, propaganda minister for the Third Reich. And so that propaganda administered by Goebbels eventually got the world to literally create the standard tuning of A440, which, if you understand bioenergy and you understand biophysics, it puts a resonant frequency block from here down. So if you're wondering why the world today has gone literally egoic into paganism, honoring the false gods of medicine, of science, the false gods of popping magic pills to cure every ill, you realize that all of this egocentrism that cuts the heart off has been primarily done by the changing of the frequencies by which we literally thrive. And so I'm going to be sharing with you the real Da Vinci Code. The real Da Vinci Code deals with the musical, mathematical matrix of the universe. The real Da Vinci Code deals with water and water science and hydrosonics, how it's all coming out of water. In essence, it explains why I'm going to give you the best definition of who you are. You are a digital. That's mathematical. Bio-holographic. Biology. Holograms. You know what a hologram is, right? A digital bio-holographic precipitation. Like a little nidus in the clouds suddenly begins to precipitate into a drop of rain and drops and falls to earth. That's precipitation. A digital bio-holographic precipitation. Crystallization. Water. 80% of your Holy Spirit-filled temple's full with water. Water is a tetrahedron structure. It's a liquid crystal superconductor. So you're a digital bioholographic precipitation, crystallization, miraculous manifestation of divine frequency vibration coming out of water. Now, this is another Da Vinci drawing. It's of a Moses-looking character. He called it Old Man Water. Moses' name means, Hebrew translated to English, saved by the water. And that here you see Moses' staff is stuck down into the water, watching the swirling. That Da Vinci is studying the science of the swirling of water. And it's the same science that deals with the world's leading today mathematicians and physicists who have identified literally the cosmic frequencies and literally the sound of creation. And the sound of creation happens to be 9 core creative frequencies. There's only 9 numbers in the universe. And in fact, it's even more simpler than that. Creator says that I'm going to take the 9 core creative frequencies and they're all going to be based on 3 numbers. 3, 6, and 9. That Nikola Tesla taught his students. Royal Raymond Rife, John Keeley, if humanity only knew the power of the 3, 6s, and 9s, it would be a completely different universe. This is the power of the 3, 6s, and 9s. This, what you're looking at, is Marco Rodin's work. It starts where you see, let's say you start at 1. You go, 1 and 1 is 2, double the number. 2 and 2 is 4, you draw a line from 2 to 4. 4 and 4 is 8. 8 and 8 is 16, well 1 plus 6 is 7. That's what you do in ancient mystery school Pythagorean math. You reduce the multiple digits into the single digit integer. That's your 9 core creative frequencies. That's essentially, there's 9 numbers in the universe, that's all. 10 is a man-made concept. Zeros are placeholders in the decimal system. It's not of God, it's not God's language. We're talking about the language of creation, the language of the Creator. Or what the Bible talks about in the beginning, and there in the beginning there was a Creator, there was the water, even before there was the Word. Even before the Holy Spirit is mentioned in the Bible, you had the water. Go back, reread, study Genesis 1 through 6. You see that I'm telling you the truth. So that the water is part of the triune God, literally. Even when you go in-depth Bible study, even in the Christian community, the scholars will tell you that's the truth. Everybody else is operating in gross deception if they think that that's not the case. Pantheism, they say. Oh, Dr. Horowitz and all these others out there saying, oh, God is in everything. Well, gee whiz, everything is made of God's footprint or signature, and that's what this is. This is Rodin's infinity pattern. He likens it to God's signature on everything. What are we talking about? Nothing new. In the old days, it was called polymath. Sources from the Greek word polys, meaning much, great in quantity, or mathes, meaning learning. So a person who excels in multiple fields, particularly the arts and science, is also called Renaissance man.